Hi, this is Paul. I want to make a quick video. I take no pleasure in making this video. I've said before, people that have watched this channel know how I feel about Donald Trump. I think he's a crook, a con man, and a narcissistic uh, con man who deserves to be in jail. He's committed so many crimes, it's just beyond ridiculous. And him being president was the worst thing that ever happened to this country. One of the worst things that ever, excuse me, one of the worst things that ever happened to this country. And the very fact that this idiot is trying to run for president again, and he got indicted again for the second time, just shows the level of corruption with him is just beyond, it's just beyond the pale. And the fact that all these sniveling Republicans are lining up behind him to support him just shows, first of all, shows that they have no integrity. They're very weak. All they want to be is close to power. They don't care about the country. They don't care about the rule of law. They don't care. All they want to be is close to power. So they don't care. So they'll make every excuse they can in the book to try to cover for Trump. Okay, the very facts that are laid out in that indictment to Jack Smith, that's the first time I think you heard him speak publicly at that press conference that he had last week, were just damning. And it's just ridiculous that and remember, we still have the January 6th investigation that's still going on. We have the Georgia case too going on. So he's going to have so many cases running against him. And of course, he said he's going to keep running. And the only reason I said that he ever was running again for president is because he thinks that, oh, if I run again, they won't prosecute. He said it, and he thinks that if he wins the election, he can just maybe pardon himself, or if he runs again, that they wouldn't throw him in jail or something. He thinks it's because he's running for president, and all you got to do is say conspiracy, yell conspiracy, and his rapid supporters will just buy anything he says, no matter how ludicrous it is, no matter how ridiculous it is, no matter how criminal it is. And that fact is, because you saw all these Republican congressmen, Josh Hawley on Fox News saying this is just beyond ridiculous. Josh Hawley, you see Lindsey Graham crying on TV. Just a bunch of babies. I think the only one that said anything negative, I think it's Chris Christie and H. Hutchinson. Again, like I said, these other people, they don't have no chance. They have no shot. And like I said, Ron DeSantis, please. I know a lot of people thought Ron DeSantis has no guts, okay? He's basically afraid of Trump. He won't say one bad word about Trump because he's definitely afraid of Trump. So Ron DeSantis, I know a lot of these so-called mainstream Republicans probably wanted Trump to go away. But when you don't stand up to him, okay, and when you take everything he gives out and you don't stand up to him, this is what you get. You get a con man running for president, okay, who should be locked up and behind bars. It's just so corrupt. It's just beyond ridiculous. And the very fact that these Republicans have no spine, no integrity, no guts to stand up to Trump and call him out for what he is. This shows you how bad this country's gone to hell in a handbasket because you have this idiot. And like I said before, I made a video on this channel too about I don't think Joe Biden should run for president too. I think he's too old. Okay, he fell down the other day. Okay, he's 82 years old. Okay, enough is enough. Okay, you've been in government way too long. You've been vice president. Now you've been president. And I still said, and I said that in that video. Once he beat Trump, they should have went to him, the leaders of the Democratic Party, should have told him, listen, sir, you run the presidency. We're glad, thank you, you're saving the country from Trump, but do not run for president again. Okay, we got to get some young blood in here. We got to stop having these old. That's why I can't stand politicians. They want to hold on to power with all of their might, don't want to let go. And look what happened. Look at Dianne Feinstein. She doesn't even know what she is. Okay, and they have to wheel her in to vote on judge nominations, judicial nominations. And she doesn't even know what she is. Okay, because people want to hang on to power. And it's the same thing with Trump. These weasels, they know what he did is illegal. They know these Republicans, they know what he did was corrupt and stuff, but they won't say a word against him because they're scared of his base, and they want to cling on to power. Okay, it's so pathetic, and they look so pathetic at the same time. Okay, trying to come up with all kinds of excuses. Jim Jordan looks like a moron, just an ass-kissing moron. You're trying to defend Trump when there's no defense for Trump. I'm sorry, there's just no defense for him. He's a con man. He deserves to be in jail, and hopefully that'll happen. Okay, and I know he thinks, oh, let's say for whatever reason, let's say he gets convicted and he gets sent to prison, right? And he can still run for president. But let's say for one instance he doesn't win the nomination, he gets sent to jail. He probably thinks that somebody's gonna give him a pardon him. I wouldn't pardon him the same. If I was one of the Republicans, especially if you were Ron DeSantis, right? So let's say for some miracle by what, and I don't think it's going to happen, some miracle Ron DeSantis actually wins the nomination and Trump gets convicted and sent to prison, he probably would, because Ron DeSantis is a weasel. He would probably pardon Trump just to try to curry favor with his base. He probably would do that because he's such a weasel, Ron DeSantis. But in any event, the main thing, like I said, Donald Trump is a con man, and we still got more. I definitely think we have more indictments to come with him because he's just a con man and a criminal, and all these cases just coming up because, and that's the only reason he's running for president, because he figures out if I run for president, and I win, they can't send me to jail. I can pardon myself, or if I run for president, maybe I can keep delaying the trials, and if I'm president, if I win the election, then we could put the trials off until after I get out of office. And I think I saw an article too the other day. Somebody said, yeah, if Trump gets back into power, he's never going to let it go. That he'll stay in the White House forever. You got to crowbar him out. You're gonna have to drag him out because he'll never leave. And I definitely believe that. But I think I have a little more faith in American people. I think even if he wins the Republican nomination, which it looks like he's going to do that, I think the American people are not going to vote for him. I think in the general election he is going to lose. And a lot of people who keep whining and say, "Oh, he had over 70 million, votes. People voted for him." I don't think that's going to happen this time. I think people are fed up with him. Okay, except for these weasel politicians and that 30% base of his. I think they're the only ones that are sticking with Trump. I think everybody else, all the independents and everybody else, are just sick to death of Trump. Trump is like a nightmare that won't go away. Okay, and for the good of the country, he has to be stopped. And the day he gets sent to jail will be a glorious day to me, in my opinion. Okay, or if he wins, let him win the Republican nomination and lose again in the general election, and let him cry and whine about it some more while they shuffle him off to prison. That would be the best thing for this country, because I'm just beyond sick of this guy. He's like a cancer on this country. He really is, and he's all his weasel enablers, Lindsey Graham, Jim Jordan, Josh Hawley, all these Ted Cruz, all these weasels that have no integrity at all. Okay, would sell out their mothers in a heartbeat to stand next to Trump and kiss his ass. That low that they will do that. Okay, are just pathetic. Okay, and hopefully he will get convicted on his documents case, because I think that's the strongest case, and I think he is going to go down for that one. Okay, anyway, let me know what you think about this whole Donald Trump indictment thing. Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I also have a link to my main channel, Trepacer, in the description box as well. I also have a link down below to my Patreon. If you follow the link to my Patreon, it's only $5 a month. I have tons of content on there, tons of unedited content. I have Marvel shows, DC shows, I have Star Wars shows. I have movies on there as well, tons of content. Follow the link below to the Patreon and check it out. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Paul saying so long, and take care.